UL's dances that have survived to the present, a mixture of different styles, Welsh dance, Morris dance and others. Usually they are performed at professional teams by professional teams, and the spectators only watch, they do not join the dances. Scotland, the movement of the arms and legs is performed clearly, athletic. Deer horns are depicted during the dance. This style is a bit like even ballet. Initially, the dance was only masculine, to possess excellent technique, so dance can be attributed to the sport. Ireland, the priests had a major influence on Irish dancing. In any case, the use of hands during the performance of a particular number was scanty from the priests. They considered waving their hands obscene. Since then, hands are rarely used in Irish dancing. England, the choreography of this dance is based on the rhythmic steps performed by a group of dancers. Most often, details such as handkerchiefs, sticks, and swords were used before, although the latter are currently encountered only in demonstration performances. Film, and kino, film, movie. Motion picture is an individual work of cinema, in technological terms. The film is a set of moving images, editing frames, connected by a single plot. Each montage frame consists of a sequence of photographic or digital still images, frames, on which individual phases of movement are recorded. The film usually has a soundtrack. Riverdale, the series will tell about the life and adventures of a cheerful and never-discouraged teenager Archie Andrews, as well as Betty Cooper, Veronica Lodge and their friends from Riverdale. The action takes place in the modern world, and the main characters decide to explore the hidden side of the life of a small peaceful town with all its oddities and dark secrets hiding behind the festive facade. 1. So, the first and most is, of course, tea. They really drink tea black and strong. Milk for tea is given in fast food restaurants. 2. Telephone booth. It's not a set. They still working. Many have Wi-Fi and can be paid by bank cards. In general, there are booths everywhere, even in the smallest towns and villages. 3. Double-decker buses. Just like they came to life from English textbooks. Big, beautiful, drive so famously. I'm amazed how their drivers manage in such a narrow space. And the trip on it is much cheaper than the subway. 4. Fish and chips. Local pride, national food. Served with green pears, and sometimes even with bread. But the British say it is the main food. 5. Garden. The dream of every Englishman, a separate house with a garden. At the entrance to the house, the front part of the garden, there is only beauty and roses. And behind the main garden is often just a tiny piece of land. The garden is usually not visible from the street, it is a very private area. Education in Britain for all children. Primary education begins at the age of 5 in England, Wales and Scotland, and 4 in Northern Ireland. It includes 3 age ranges. Nursery for children under 5 years, infants from 5 to 7, and juniors from 7 to 11 years old. Learn more elementary things such as numbers, colors and letters. Besides, they play, have lunch and sleep there. Children usually begin at school age 7. Compulsory secondary education begins for 5 years. Secondary schools are generally much larger than primary ones. Under the national curriculum, religious education is in school. About 5% of school children attendance paying private or public schools. Most of these schools are boarding where they live as well as study. The most famous British public schools are Eton, Harrow and Winchester. The English schools teach both boys and girls together, but there are grammar schools. Teach boys and girls separate. The year ends in July. 3 terms. Add 14 and 16 at the secondary school, pupils and mathematics. If you are a student of secondary education, GCSE, you can earn education in the 6th form. Those who stay at school after the study program for a group of students. After a few years of study, there was a graduation of a master's degree and then a doctor's degree, PhD. David Beckham is an English football player, stands for the English national team. For the match England-France in 2008, received his famous golden baseball cap. Princess Diana, Lady Di. She led a charity work. She was a very famous princess. She is the mother of 2 princes, Charles and Harry. Isaac Newton. He was a famous physicist, astronomer, mathematician. Margaret Thatcher. The first Prime Minister is a woman. She was called Iron Lady. She said, "I live to work." William Shakespeare is a famous English poet, playwright. He is the greatest writer in the whole world. His most famous work is Romeo and Juliet. Charlie Chaplin is a famous comedy actor. He is the most popular pantomime actor at black-white cinema. James Cook is the conqueror of the oceans. Made round-the-world expeditions. Charles Darwin, naturalist, biologist. He wrote a theory that we all came from monkeys. Queen Elizabeth II, the Queen of Great Britain. She is the most popular person in GB. The head of the Commonwealth of Nations. The modern British flag is a blue rectangular panel with the image of a red straight cross in white. Edging superimposed on white and red oblique crosses. 1. The flag of the English Kingdom. The flag of the English Kingdom is a red cross of St. George on a white background. 2. The flag of the province of Northern Ireland. The flag of the province of Northern Ireland is a depiction of a red hand marking the connectedness of Ulster with Northern Ireland. 3. The flag of the Kingdom of Scotland. The flag of the Kingdom of Scotland is the white street, Andrew's cross on a blue background. 4. Flag of the Principality of Wales. The flag of the Principality of Wales is the red dragon on a green and white background.
Спасибо за внимание.